keep you up to date with the scores from the women's final. So it's 2-1 to
Stina.
2-1, yeah, 2-1 to Stina.
That's not good.
But yes, so they're just finalising their. Well, Luke's hitting backhands, Ternon's not.
No, because Sylvain has the long pimples on his
Yes.
on his backhand, so he'll warm up with the forehand, and then obviously he uses the backhand to defend during the match. Absolutely pivotal table tennis here, which can go for me either direction. I believe last year it was a 21-18 win for Sylvain in the table tennis.
Yes.
Which then set up probably one of the most exciting Racketlon matches in recent times.
I mean that tennis. I mean that gummy arm was incredible, wasn't it? I remember being stood. Well, actually no. I think I was sat here. I remember being sat here, and the crowd was amazing, wasn't it? You had the French on one side, the
UK
French Swiss, the UK on the other side, and anyone who's not a France fan, shall we say, on one side, and the crowd was probably just as. It will have been louder than the final because people will have been split between Luke and Leon in the final. So I think that was the loudest crowd we had last year, and of course with it being indoor as well, the sound. It was almost like being at a football match. You had a few chants, cheers after every point for Ternon and for Luke, and it really was a tasty affair. First point to Luke in the men's elite.
This could be quite
final.
entertaining table tennis as well because of the different styles. So
Yes.
Sylvain as the defending type of player. Luke is want to attack. Great point by Sylvain.
And there it is. That's the sound I was talking about from last year. The Allez Sylvain and the Come On Lukes. We will hear plenty of that over the next.
Should be a great crowd for this one.
Yeah,
I mean the French are always good at creating.
The French probably are. I would say with an ever so slightly bitten tongue that they probably provide the best atmosphere in Racketlon. Behind us Brits, I would like to think, but
it's been 3 great points so far.
Yeah, it has.
So
just keep an eye on the women's score now. 4-1 to Stina, 5-1 to Stina. She needs just 7 points to win the match. So I think the writing's on the wall for that, but we will wait to confirm, of course.
Good quality again here on the 4th point. Short serve by Sylvain, followed up with a attacking forehand.
Yeah. Luke, Sylvain, I think we've already seen him take 2 or 3 steps back from the table, preparing for Luke's forehands. Is that his style then? Is he happy to play deep?
It is his style, yeah.
Yeah, he's done it again there. Look, it doesn't seem to be. Oh, did Luke miss? He didn't. Okay. So 3-all here. Sylvain to serve. Just keeping an eye on the women's match. Stina now 6-1 ahead, so 6 points to win.
First point we see directly off the serve, out of the first 4 of the first 7. Luke missing, not reading Sylvain's serve perfectly there. And both players as well know how important this first table tennis is.
Indeed.
Two serves, 2 points directly off the serve for Sylvain. He will take that any day, and it's always nice in table tennis to be able to get some points where you don't have to work hard for them.
Absolutely.
Sylvain just didn't really believe in the forehand there.
No, he didn't give it enough oomph, did he?
No, he didn't really hit through the ball there.
No.
Point for Luke, 4-5. Oh, that was actually a good return from Sylvain. Then Luke still attacking and got slightly lucky with a net caught. 5-all, back to square, back to all square. That was a great return by Luke. So he sees Sylvain wanted to get in with the forehand, but played a short return back, so he couldn't, and therefore Luke got to the attack instead.
It's now 7-3 to Stina in the women's A final, so 5 points to win. Just while we take a look at the head-to-head between Luke and Sylvain. In singles, 3 wins for Luke, interestingly enough, none for Ternon. You do feel that Ternon has certainly improved more than Luke, but I mean, when you're the world champion already, you don't need to improve. You just need to not get worse. So.
Oh, that's a great rally. That is a great rally. Sylvain on the defense, away from the table. Luke attacking 4, 5, 6 times. And we hear the French.
Let's go, Ternon, let's go.
Oh, and then on the counter attack with the forehand, Sylvain, very, very surprising.
And I think excluding Jesper Ratzer, because he's not a regular on the tour, I think we're looking at fairly undisputably the best 2 men in the game right now, aren't we? Maybe Leon Griffiths would have something to say about that, but
as we
certainly
can see,
here today.
It's the number 1 and number 2 seed against each other, right? The defending champion against the world number 1.
Yep.
Like, what else can you want for?
This is the perfect final on paper, isn't it? Yeah. And I mean, this match before, especially after in Norway and the World Championships last year, it has a lot riding on it. I know that there was a little bit of animosity between the 2 players after the quarterfinal last year. I think something to do with the crowd, using the crowd to your advantage. But it's all part of the game. It's gamesmanship, isn't it? They're 2 people that need to win for themselves. They want to win.
I do believe I mean, both players have so much respect for each other
and passion. Yeah. So there's never anything personal. It's 2 great sportsmen going at it to do everything they can to win, and that's exactly what we want to hear. So Stina now needing 4 points, 8-4 lead she has in that tennis. We will make sure we do not miss the final point now. In fact, we may switch after the half time of this table tennis. But yeah, Sylvain seemed to take from 6-all. I think he went 10-7 up, didn't he? But Luke's got 2 back, or 1 back. Wow, that forehand from Ternon, so strong. Oh wow, what a get! What a get!
Good rally.
Yeah, this is some cracking.
This is entertaining table tennis.
To say that this is neither of their probably top 2 spots, neither of them, is it? This is fantastic quality.
It is, yeah. I mean, this is Sylvain is a bit tough. He's a clear number 1 sport, but what is his second sport?
Maybe tennis, no?
Is it for Luke, you'd say?
Yes, indeed. We'll see if that comes through. Just to remind you, the score is 11-9 at the break. We will. I think we'll probably come back to the tennis because Amka's got a couple points back, so Stina still needs 4 points. We will, of course, make sure we get the end of that match. Wow, look at this sharp and
Sylvain on the defense, and he's surprisingly good at those.
Those chops are excellent, weren't they?
Anyone who's stand behind the table that far and try to chop it back will know how difficult that actually is.
Because Luke will be putting a lot of spin on those forehands.
But the thing is, then obviously the Pimble's then. What a great
what a rally!
That is a
there we go. Alley.
No, I mean the Pimble's obviously. There's a lot of people that don't like to play against Pimples because it's a little bit awkward. But basically what the Pimples does is reverse the spin.
Yes.
So the more top spin Luke will put on the ball, the more backspin he will get
back,
coming back on the table to himself. And the same goes when. It's one of the most entertaining table tennis matches.
Yes, this has been brilliant.
And I mean, I think Sylvain's style of play makes it entertaining.
Yes.
And then obviously having a counterpart that is attacking, and it's really good to watch.
Well, I think for anyone watching this match, you see that you might have noticed before in the semi-finals that both players in both the men's and the women's game, especially at this level and this late into a competition, will celebrate every single point. And that is because with this fantastic sport that we play called Racketlon, every single point does count. Every single point Sylvain is earning here and every single point Luke is earning here will be just as important as every other point in the match as to whether they win it or not, to whether they are crowned as the world champion or not.
Sylvain a bit on a streak here with 3 consecutive points.
Indeed.
Meanwhile, Amke's clawed her way back to 9-all. Steen is still missing 3 points on the tennis to be the champion for the second time. Sylvain good with the forehand there, and then Luke misses one. It's difficult to play Sylvain now. He's good forehand attack and keeps the ball on the table with the defense.
So yeah, another huge point there for Luke.
That was like I don't know if you saw that, but Sylvain hit the edge of the table mid rally there, saved by Luke, and then he comes back to win the rally. That's great reactions by Luke.
That's got to be one of the rarest things in table tennis, is getting an edge back, isn't it? Stina now still needs 3 points. It's 9-all.
That should have started at the same time.
But yeah, 18-16. Sorry, 18-12 here to Luke. 10-9 now. Amke's clawing back a lot of points, but it might not be enough.
Thrilled to get out of this with a +6 lead.
Oh wow, yeah,
he would be over the moon to get that start.
It would be fantastic
in what feels like a table tennis that could go either way.
But Luke's clawing back the points. He was 18-10 down. He's won 3 in a row, I think. So he's certainly doing his best. It's still 10. I mean, these points are ticking by so slowly in the women's game, aren't they? Yeah. You were certainly
we'll
right.
Back to it when this set is finished.
Absolutely, we'll be right back there. Ternon didn't seem too happy with the crowd there for some reason.
Yeah,
but,
it's getting a bit psychological.
It's getting feisty, and that's what we love.
Luke cheering, winning a point, but
Sylvain's
mistake,
yeah.
Mistake, right?
Wow. I think that's six in a row. Was it not 18-10 or was it 16-10?
No, I don't think it was. I think
it was 18-12.
But he's definitely won 3 or 4 in a row. And started getting momentum here.
Indeed.
Sylvain just trying to break that.
He tried to break the ball.
Oh, he's trying to break the momentum by what are we doing here?
Wipe the court, or wipe the court, the table.
To be fair, there has been sweat all over the table in many times I've played on it as well in the past few days because it's so warm in here and you do break a good sweat. I mean, even when you play table tennis,
even
at this level.
Tennis,
so yeah.
But yeah, the women's game is at half time.
Smart by Sylvain, but also breaking up the momentum here because Luke was on a roll.
Gamesmanship, yeah. Wow, we've got one of these rallies again. Yeah, Luke's won it this time. This is huge from Luke. 4 or 5 points in a row. The women are now at half time. Amke's she's really clawing it back. I think it was 8-4.
She was down.
She was down 8-4, and she's won 7 out of the last 8 points. I mean, if she can win 7 out of 8 points 2 more times, she wins the game. She wins the match mathematically.
What a rally again!
Another huge rally, and it's 6 points in a row for Luke. He was 18-12 down, and he's now back to 5 points in a row. He's now back to 18-17. He really has dug in here.
Sylvain is getting a bit desperate to score here.
And Sylvain, he's very emotional on court. He wears his heart on his sleeve, doesn't he? Do you think
we'll hear a big cheer if he wins?
Oh yes. A big alley. But it's chows and hows and come ons for now.
I just said it at 18-12 how thrilled Sylvain would be getting out of this set with +6, and now we're back to 18-all.
We are indeed.
And now we're looking at a very big 4-point swing.
Wow. This is incredible. 7 points in a row from Luke Griffiths. This is why we talk about Racketlon in this way. 7 points in a row. Those 7 points could be 7 points that win him the championship. And you're right, a massive cheer from Sylvain and a massive cheer from the French. That's his first point in 8.
Now we're looking at the classic Racketlon 4-point swing.
Yes.
The difference between winning
and losing
a set with 2 points or losing the set with 2 points,
especially the table tennis, because you always look back on the table tennis, don't you?
It's 4 points and it means a lot. So bang back with 2 points.
Just keep an eye on the women's final. It's now 12-10 to Amka, so Stina just needs 2 points to win. We will go straight to the tennis court stream as soon as this table tennis.
Yeah.
Indeed, and so fantastic effort to Stina. Congratulations to her, Stina Jakobsen.
It's coming back. It's coming back. I'm not going to say home because that's stupid and that's British, but it's coming back to Denmark, and we love it.
Well, where would you class as the home of Racketlon? We obviously claim the home of football because we believe we invented it.
Home of Racketlon.
Did it start in Finland?
Yeah, home of Racketlon must be Finland, right?
Must be Finland.
And unfortunately for Finland, it hasn't been home since
2004.
Won it last time. Probably
what about the
something
teams? They must have won the teams, Finland, in the early stages of Racketlon.
Yeah, they won the teams as well, but I mean they had Mikko Karkanen's wife, Mikaela Björnström, was a fantastic Racketlon player and won the world singles title as well a few times. And so they had obviously a really good team as well back then, but it hasn't been home for a while.
No.
As you like to use that phrase in Britain.
No. It's
unfortunately
overused.
for you, it's never really been home.
No,
in football either. So
it went Rome 3 years ago, and now it's gone to Madrid. So, but as I said on our podcast, there's no Italian or Spanish people in.
It's a bit feisty during the warm up here. Sylvain.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Tapping it into the chest of Luke in the warm-up.
Maybe a show of what's to come.
And Luke not happy about it.
No, I think he's making a fuss out of nothing. I must admit there. It's only the warm-up. He's practicing his shots. It definitely didn't hurt. You're a big boy. Come on. Let's.
It's mental.
Let's respect.
This game is mental.
I think it's because there's a bit of history there with the gamesmanship. Like I say, Sylvain. Well, Luke felt Sylvain was using the crowd last year, but that's all part of sport, isn't it?
It is. Part of sport.
If you have the support that the French bring, and I don't blame Sylvain. I don't blame him.
For sure.
I do not blame him.
For sure.
But yes, so we're here now at the final of the men's elite in Rotterdam, and yeah.
Last year, almost the same day, they almost exactly 365 days ago, they played each other in the quarterfinal.
Well, the quarterfinals last year it would have been
a bit
Saturday,
later,
wouldn't it?
Yeah, but
it's the same day.
Tournament started earlier this year.
Saturday, yeah. So the Saturday last year would have been the 5th of August. Yeah, the 5th of August. So yeah, 363 days ago, we saw one of, if not the greatest Racketlon match of all time, didn't we?
It was one ridiculous. For the ages, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
now we have
that live stream footage will be shown in 20, 30 years, I'm sure. Yeah. To kids
back
and
then it was a 21-8 win for Sylvain in the badminton.
Yes,
Sylvain obviously,
but in Norway,
by far his main sport, and he used to be a national team player for France.
Is he still top 5 in the country?
Maybe he's up there, but he does. I don't think he plays any tournaments in badminton anymore. Focuses all his time on Racketlon, and he is desperate to be the world champion, to be the best in the world. That's been a goal of his for
like I said during the table tennis. You can see how emotional he is. He wears his heart on his sleeve, and yeah, let's
first blood to Sylvain.
That's it.
It's promising. It should be a really good badminton set. I mean, Luke, is that his first sport? You'd say, Luke, as well?
Luke's badminton. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
This and tennis. Yeah. This and tennis.
Right. So yeah, it should be a cracker.
Well, you can hear the power on Sylvan's shots there. You can hear it through the mic. We were talking about it earlier. I think it's one of the sweetest things in Racketlon, that sound. I could.
Luke will be happy to get the first point on the board.
Yeah, we were talking about how he got 8th last year and managed to win on a gummy arm. Well, in Denmark at the Nordic Racket Games, he achieved 15, and I think that was a massive overachievement with all due respect.
I'd say with that result, Sylvain did not look very motivated in Denmark. I mean, I think I mentioned earlier that he's a big occasion player.
Yes.
And it felt like in Denmark for the Nordic Racket Games he wasn't really there 100% mentally.
No. I think the crowd definitely help him, don't they?
Oh,
nice shot.
It's a great little cut around the front court there. 3-1 to Sylvain. Sylvain will be hoping to get a similar result as last year, right? 21-8.
So definitely, he'll definitely want to keep it single figures.
Yeah. Ooh. Luke tried to affect the referee a little bit there by celebrating a shot very close to the line, but the referee, may I say, a really good referee here at the Badminton, former Olympic referee.
He's refereed at the Olympics twice and the Paralympics, and he's going out to Paris to referee at the Paralympics again this year. And he actually, it's funny you say how Luke tried to celebrate to perhaps influence the decision. This guy actually teaches referees how to deal with intimidation. Yeah. So you're not going to get in his head. No, Mr. Griffiths. You should know better.
Maybe he would have used the challenge if we had the challenge call on that. But I saw it out as well from here. So
like I said before, we won't have challenges until the 2026 World Champs in Denmark. Just to make it clear to everyone, that is a joke. There is no confirmation.
I don't think Denmark have a venue that's big enough for.
Well, what about Copenhagen, where you had the championships before? Was that only a 4-court venue?
That's only a 4-court venue, unfortunately.
Yeah, it needs to be 6 nowadays at least, doesn't it? Really.
And actually, they've taken away one of the squash courts and use it as storage facility there now. So right now it's currently only 3.
What a disgrace to the sport.
Yeah, but the problem with squash in Denmark is that it's such a small sport, and it's gotten smaller over the last 10 years, a lot smaller. So
and doesn't generate clubs a lot of money.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. +6.
Yeah, Sylvain will be happy with the difference here. I mean, mathematically, he'd go on and win by about
the same as last
12, 13. Yeah. Wow, nice defensive net shot from Luke there. Oh, what a shot!
He's won a lot of points already from instead of the smash, just the I'd say in Danish it's called a stick. I'm thinking in English probably a cut, where he plays very steep but takes off the pace, which means that the ball drops down around the service line, which makes the court much bigger for Luke to cover. So that's been a key for Sylvain so far to win the points.
I mean, these two players, you think one of them's played a really nice deep clear, but they just have the ability to.
Oh! One more time. It's the same shot.
Same shot.
4 points on around the service line, where he takes the pace off instead of hitting hard. Now we have a bit of more mental game here with change of balls.
Change of shuttle. Yeah, Sylvain going to the corner.
To change the shuttle, but Luke's didn't want to. Then in the end, that's then the referee who decides if they can change or not.
Yes, well played, Luke. Well played, Luke. I should be unbiased. But he's a good friend. I haven't hidden the fact that I would like him to win, but I must admit, your prediction, I think, was based off of the result and Racketlon knowledge, whereas mine was dear hope for my friend.
I mean, from here, it's pretty much anyone's games. Yes. I still think that the fact that the tennis is played on clay is an advantage for Luke.
For Luke?
Yeah. Because Luke is the better tennis player, which is...
Oh, what a lovely exchange.
What a lovely
exchange.
What an exchange on the net.
Clip that. Clip that.
Luke looked like he had lost that point, but somehow managed to play really good net shots and come back into the rally. Now Sylvain got the change of shuttle that he
3 points later. Yeah, this is the chanting I was talking about from last year, and we know that however composed he may look in his face, this really does energise Sylvain. It takes him to another level, doesn't it? Like you say, he's a big game player.
He's a big game player for sure.
Do you think that comes from playing?
But I think Luke is as well. Like he managed to set himself up so well for big games as well.
Yeah, I think Luke plays the crowd absolutely. Oh, wow.
How did he stay in that rally? Oh, clip that. What a rally.
Oh la la, Sylvain. Oh la la.
How did he stay in that rally? That is...
It's like watching you and me, isn't it?
Fantastic. I'm afraid I'm not that agile anymore.
No. And we can't hit the shuttle that well. It's one thing getting to the ball, it's another playing it so well.
The last two rallies have been absolutely fantastic.
Unbelievable, Jeff. It's getting clipped. We thought the first rally was good. I mean, this is... Whew, it's good
getting hot in here.
It is indeed.
I'll have a sip on that.
Sip of the old Grimbergen.
Alright, let's see some more good stuff.
Oh, a bit of a scream in the background there. It's getting heated in the over 40s team event. Some good defence from Luke, keeping that shuttle in play nicely. Sylvain still on the front foot in this rally, though, you'd say. Oh, yeah. Big cheer from Luke after those last two. After that last rally, big cheer.
I think the last three rallies, Luke have played fantastic badminton. He's really stepped up and forcing Sylvain to play even better to win the points.
He is, and he's playing maturely. He's not trying to win the rally too soon at all. And if I'm honest, it doesn't look like he's trying to win the rally much at all. He's happy to wait for Sylvain to really give him a chance at where he's got a high percentage of winning the rally. Is that out? Yep.
Puts it out.
Like we do have a line judge here to help us with those
momentum
calls.
On Luke's side here, and he'll take every point he can get in this.
I mean, he's already on 6. I think he's going to get 8 easily, isn't he? I think it's looking now like. Do I dare predict? It's looking now like it might be around 12 or 13 with the momentum he's got here. Allez, Sylvain rings around the arena.
It's not a great start for Sylvain this, but I think Luke has really deserved it. Like
the start was good. It was 9-3, wasn't it? But I think the last 4 points,
Luke has deserved the points. He's really played great.
I mean, if Luke goes into the squash +4, you'd think that'd be that, wouldn't you?
Luke is playing fantastic badminton right now, but really sharp towards the lines.
Yeah,
good depth.
You'd think Sylvain needs to take probably a 10-point lead, maybe.
Yeah, Sylvain needs
definitely. He needs double figures into the squash.
Sylvain really needs to
because Luke is
step up badminton now.
Absolutely, Luke is definitely the better player in the last two sports, isn't he?
Sylvain back on the board there.
Yeah. Oh, we love Racketlon. These are the matches. These are the occasions we play for. This is why we come to these fantastic events. That you've got a fantastic crowd cheering and chanting. You've got two of the best badminton players on the tour, let alone Racketlon players. And these are the moments we absolutely adore. Is that called in?
No, that was out.
No, just out.
So he
11-8.
He escapes getting to the half at 11-8. But really good first half by Luke. Played fantastic badminton and really deserved the points that he got. So now we have really a badminton expert coaching Luke here as well. One of the
for context,
one of the legends of the game.
Legend of
Racketlon,
not legend of badminton.
Yeah, okay.
No. But yes,
I might prefer to have Dan Busby as my coach in squash.
yes.
Over
Well,
badminton.
one of the best squash players to ever play the sport, really.
But sometimes it's not about being an expert in one game. It's about encouragement and keep it up. You're doing well.
But also where Dan Busby is an expert is how to play Racketlon.
And 100%.
And
he's been, what was he, number 2 in the world for a while?
He reached number 2 for a while, didn't he? He could never get past Ratzer, and then Morton. Unfortunately for him, he was mixed doubles number 1 for many years. He was exceptional at mixed doubles.
He's a really good doubles player.
Very good doubles player.
Like, I think he's obviously new to the British team this year from last year.
He had a year out, didn't he? Yeah.
And
2 years out, maybe.
And having him in the doubles in a team event is
could be
really
useful.
Good. Like, he is a great doubles player, and physically he might not be the strongest, but when the games are only to 11 points, he is definitely a strong,
absolutely
a strong.
And like we said, he doesn't just bring ability in the doubles, but he brings that captain's aura, that knowledge. I mean, the man's played 365 international Racketlon matches. Yeah, did you not know? Before today, so he'll be on 370 now almost. So
good start for Ternon in the second half here with the first 2 points.
I think it's looking like
to controlling the game a little bit.
Absolutely, I think it's looking like it'll be the 12 to 14 region for Luke. But I mean, he'll be very happy with that, considering. I mean, we're looking at his result from Norway. He won the table tennis to 15, so he's got -7 difference to today. But he did achieve 15 points in the badminton. So if he can get 12 to 14 here, I think he'll be very happy, because he only needed 11 in the tennis and he won 11-4.
I prefer to look at to compare to the scores from last year, like the big occasion match.
True.
Where he's now +1 in he's +2 overall in the first 2 sports compared to last year, where he obviously ended up winning by the slimmest of margins by 1 point. So Luke should be happy so far, and he still have plenty of time to score in badminton still.
Yes.
It was a great comeback from him in table tennis to get back to almost square.
Good reach from Luke, that. A very nice lift from Ternon to the back of the court. Looking at the result from last year, Luke was 16 points down into the squash and won on a gummy. So you're thinking, if he can be, I mean, he'll be quite comfortable with Ternon needing 12. Maybe, well, Ternon got 15 this time last year, so he might even be quite comfortable with needing up to 40.
I thought that was way too much last year.
That was, Luke. I
was very surprised.
Luke let him get too many in the tennis.
I was very surprised that he ended up getting to match point so long last year, but he played a fantastic tennis, I think.
Yes.
Surprising for many that how good his tennis level actually is.
Yeah.
And I know he trained a lot of tennis and to really improve that.
Yes, but as we've already mentioned, last year was on the indoor hard court. This year will be on the outdoor clay. And you think would Sylvain not have a lot of opportunities to play outdoor clay though, being in France? Maybe.
Possibly. I mean,
but you still think it favours Luke?
Possibly, yes. But I just feel like the surface suits Luke better, because Sylvain likes to attack and be aggressive, come to the net, volley, and that's not as dangerous on on clay courts than it is on hard.
Luke has only won 1 point this half.
That's what I say. Normally, as I mentioned before, you in the second half of each sport, you normally have the better player kind of controlling the match. Good net shot by Luke there. The ball spinning in the air, so Ternon couldn't control the lift, and he's back on the board with his second points in this half. Not a good return by Luke there.
No.
Like, Sylvain was ready for it and punished
point. Oh no, not yet. No game. Is it not?
I think Sylvain would be happy to get out of this 21-10.
Very, very, very.
Like, especially after that first half where Luke played so well.
But Luke being I mean, it would be 13 down. I mean, I still think...
Which is 3 better than last year.
Yes.
Not to forget that.
For Luke, yeah.
I've watched Sylvain and I played against him obviously in the quarterfinals yesterday. I don't think his squash have improved that much. I'm not sure if he's worked much on that, but I feel Luke can really give it to him. He's got one more.
So another point for Luke.
That's a big point.
So it's huge. I think I said earlier, didn't I? I said that if he was 12 down, he'd be happy. I think he can easily...
Sort of a mental going on again there. So Sylvain puts it in the net, which means that he's the one that has to go up and
retrieve it
and get the ball back to Luke.
Push it to Luke, yes.
And Luke could have gone and got it, but he decided.
And this is where oh, well played, Luke.
Yeah.
This lovely net duel that he won there. And I think, talking about Sylvain leaving the shuttle, this is where we see the elite players really make sure that they adhere to the rules, but perhaps not so much the etiquette, and just gain that mental edge over their opponent. I mean, this is why there is a little bit of animosity in this fixture, but it's also why that they respect each other so much as sportsmen, because they both do everything to win. They both play the same games.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it in my opinion, I don't watch every single match on World Racketlon, but this is my favourite match to watch every year.
Yeah. I love it.
Every time.
Because now, two very important points. You know, in Racketlon, all these points that can mean that
wow. Luke is really doing some damage to Ternon now with these points. With these winning these points while Ternon had game point. I think was it 3? He was 20-10, wasn't he?
3 points in a row.
3 points, right?
Those can be massive.
These are huge points. I think for Luke. I think if he wins it, I think it could be these 3 points where he's really won it, and it could be more. Sylvain pushing him deep now. Wow, it's another for Luke Griffiths. 14 points now in the.
You can also see what it means to Sylvain.
Indeed, he's not happy one bit. Is the referee going to have a word?
I think he will.
He will. You keep your racket in your hand, mister.
Yeah.
And that was my best Dutch accent.
Yeah.
So Luke almost looked like he was walking to the net there. I wondered if he was going to have a word with Sylvain, but that would not have been a good idea.
Nope. Sylvain really needs to finish this now.
Yeah, he just needs to focus.
4 points in a row for Luke at match point. It's so crucial.
I think. I mean, these are the elite players, but I think any Racketlon player here now, that all they're thinking about is the end of the match and how it will affect the end of the match. But there it is. The racket is. I remember once.
Do we have the time on this one?
We do, not ourselves. It will be on the referee. It will be on here actually. I think it'll be. I can see it on the TV, bottom right corner, but unfortunately it's not showing. Let's have a look on our software. So yeah, I think this is a perfect opportunity to shout out Streamster.tv, or Streamster as they're known, and Racket Score, the 2 fantastic pieces of software and hardware. I
think Sylvain fished a little bit for that.
Oh, he just won the first point.
He did not really want to play that shot, but I thought there was enough room to do it. But stroke was given by the referee, and Sylvain would be happy to take the first point. I think Luke will be happy to extend the rallies and put a lot of work into the legs of Sylvain as the better squash player, Luke.
50 minutes match time so far. That doesn't sound like a lot, does it?
50 minutes?
50. Oh no, sorry, for 2 sports, 50 minutes.
Yeah, 50 minutes for the first 2, and with table tennis normally being the fastest of the 4.
Table tennis was very long though, of course. With these
it was
getting on for 25 minutes. Yeah. And the badminton again, lots of long rallies because they're both exceptional players. I mean, it's the 2 best men in the world. It should be one of the longest matches in the world.
It should be, yeah.
But yeah, I do remember once I had 2 2-hour matches in one day.
Yeah.
Now this was on the UK tour, so there was perhaps some waiting to be done before each sport.
I mean, sometimes you have to wait a little bit for a court. I mean, that hasn't been the case for this final so far.
No, definitely not on centre court. I mean, this event is it's so well run by Duncan and his handy volunteers, and it's such a big venue that we have the blessing of 7 courts this year. So
Sylvain give a little bit up on that point.
I thought that he sort of just stayed behind Luke, didn't he?
He wasn't really interesting in trying to retrieve that.
No.
Maybe he was just
maybe saving his energy a little.
Annoyed with that bad shot he played to set it up.
He really does have interesting squash technique. It's very wristy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very wristy, but he generates the power and he does have the accuracy as well, which is impressive.
He's played a good rally here.
Oh, he has. Oh, that's unfortunate.
He did play a really good rally.
He's unfortunate because
he had
hit the wall,
2 chances of finishing that rally,
Yeah.
but I don't know if it was unfortunate, but it was a bit wild on the last shot.
Yeah, he did lash at it. It was that badminton wrist going for it, wasn't it? But it. Oh, Luke hitting the ball down.
Kicking himself for that mistake.
Indeed.
Having Sylvain behind him
and hitting the tin.
Putting it into the tin.
Squash player's nightmare. Ternon.
He read that. Oh, yeah. He read that so early.
Well.
Sylvain. He had a good chance again to win a point.
But yeah, I think Luke. I think Luke's doing well to make sure Sylvain doesn't put him under pressure, sort of 2 or 3 shots in a row.
Yeah.
He's making sure that once he's been put under pressure, he plays one simple shot to get himself out of trouble, and then the next one puts Sylvain back under the same sort of pressure. I think he just hesitated there, thinking about asking for the let, but he wouldn't have. I don't think he'd have been successful. Yeah, Sylvain's the one who's.
Sylvain will be working harder on this. This for sure.
I think Luke's just playing one too many boasts. Yeah, he's reading them, isn't he, Sylvain?
He's played too many boasts, Luke.
Yeah, Sylvain earned that rally, really. But Sylvain's always the first one.
It's funny, I think back at my quarterfinals against Sylvain yesterday, and I felt I played. I mean, looking back, I definitely played too many boasts because he reads that quite well, Sylvain.
Yeah.
And then he's early at it and can play hard straight, or he has a pretty decent touch from the front court to play counter drop.
Just watching him myself, I mean, that serves an example where he leads with the right foot from the left box, and looking at his swing, which is very wristy.
It's a bit unorthodox.
Yeah,
it is.
But I think his knowledge and his tactical ability in squash is far better than his racket skills.
Ability,
and obviously we're talking about the world number one here. He's no mug when it comes to his technical ability at squash.
I don't like how Lucas started the set. I have to say, like tactically, and also a little bit mentally. Now he's made 3 unforced errors in the first 8 points, and I don't know. It just feels like I think he needs now to show the boast again and then hold it and flick it
or play the drop. Yeah.
And if you do that now, then he will put doubt into the mind of Sylvain. Like
absolutely. It's a nice lob, isn't it?
Decent boast from
it's a lovely lob from Luke.
Good defensive lob there. Not a good boast from Sylvain.
No, yeah. And again, it almost looked like
Sylvain likes the boast from the middle of the court.
Strange choice,
but this one was hit way too much, so it bounced off the third wall.
Yeah.
I went for on the return there.
So another loose. There's been a lot of loose boasts in this game, hasn't there? From both of them. I think,
to be honest, Sylvain
they're drawing each other into the same game.
Has been in this set as much as Lucas. I don't think there's really been much in it right now.
No. If I walked into the viewing gallery for this match and you asked me to pick the better squash player, I wouldn't want to. It's a nice drop. Again, it looked like Sylvain played that boast and gave up.
And just gave up, yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
I'm not sure.
And look at him now, crouched down.
He's bent over as well.
This can't be another psychological game, can it?
Could be, but we kind of felt that Sylvain should have the physical edge coming into the final.
He's played less matches with Luke being in the 21.
And he had a very fast semi-final where Luke had to really push through all the way in tennis to get past Ratte.
It might be a case that he's not actually physically tired, but it's just the sheer heat on court potentially.
Just looking down at his legs, bending over again.
Is he cramping up a little bit? Maybe his calves.
I would be surprised, to be honest.
He's got to be one of the fittest blokes on tour, hasn't he?
Yeah, he should.
But he has played, and like you say, he had a quicker semi-final. Luke's played 3 or 4 more matches than him because of the under-21s. So
I think the 21s probably only helps Luke because he gets a little bit more
time on court
time where
stroke
it doesn't
ball?
really he's so good that it doesn't really bother him physically against
he won most of his matches before tennis
in the under 21. But 4 points in a row for Luke now, and you're starting to fear a little bit for if you're cheering for Sylvain here. He doesn't look like he's really believing it right now.
And it could be a case of that his legs have gone a little bit, but
it does certainly look like it.
Yeah, I don't think this is a... Luke apologising now. I think he caught him with the racket. It's nice to see. Again, it's more evidence that as sportsmen, they absolutely respect each other. I mean, would they go into a bar and have a drink together?
I don't think so. But
wow. Was that a bit of a roller?
No, it wasn't. It was a poor attempt on a drop from Sylvain, who looks more and more tired. And Luke had an easy counter drop, which Sylvain, even if it had been a much worse counter drop, he don't think Sylvain got one. So I don't understand the return from Luke there, going for a cross-court nick off the serve. That feels...
I think he's playing for the camera.
Completely unnecessary at this stage of the match, where his opponent is bending over backwards to catch his breath.
Yeah, look, he's given up on that ball again, and it wasn't even a... He didn't even take it to the front of the court. This looks like a problem for the French camp and Sylvain.
Looks like his
he's cramping up, or
his quads. He keeps looking down at his quads.
He didn't come in. He hasn't had any injuries this year, has he, that we know of? I don't think so.
No. Sylvain did, in an interview before the tournament started, say that he would die on court if necessary to win the World Championships.
I believe him.
Right now, he needs to find that.
Yeah, he needs to find that desire, doesn't he?
He needs to find 6 more points.
Yeah, if you're willing to die on court, you need to be able to accept a bit of some achy muscles.
He needs to find 6 points, I feel, in the squash here to get out to the tennis court even. But right now, it's if you're cheering for Sylvain, if you're a fan of the French, if you're French, you are not liking any bit right now.
It definitely isn't another psychological game, because he's done it 4 or 5 times now.
No, I don't think so.
No, definitely not.
And psychological, do you really want to show your opponent that you look weak? Because for me at least, it just fires me up even more. Okay, let's finish him.
And Luke,
I think Luke will be the same. Will feel the same.
And like you said, it was a strange decision from Luke to go for a winner off the serve. But what Luke should do now is just keep the ball moving. Just keep it moving around the court. 4 different corners every point.
Which is why, if I'm Dan Busby now and coaching Luke, say, why are you going for cross-court nicks off the serve?
Just play it down the line.
Just keep the ball going, move him a bit with the post, make him play 1 loose shot, and then punish. There's no reason to go for cross-court nicks at this time. Like, it's the world final. You're still down by 2 points, may we add, overall. So the French crowd are trying to
cheer him up. They're trying to pump that energy
get some
into his legs.
to Sylvain. But he looks, down and out right now.
Yes, even without being tired, if we go into the tennis with Luke needing points, that's that. I think, like you said, minimum it has to be a game of tennis, and even then, you wouldn't expect Ternon to get more than 14.
Luke as a favourite.
Yeah, I think, like I say, for me, Ternon needs to need 14 to have a good chance. So he chose not to.
Might go a little bit more forward now.
Yeah. Yep. Not up. Yeah.
That is a great shot.
That was a good shot. Really low on the tin, wasn't it? It wasn't tight, but it was nice and low.
Yeah.
That works just as well.
And Luke needs to find the back here. Make sure that Sylvain doesn't get the chances to take it in. No, that's not great from Sylvain.
Taxi.
It really looks like his legs are gone.
Yeah, it's a shame to see.
It's a shame
because the first 2 sports were fantastic, and this one's sort of dwindling away from him, and doesn't look like he wants to play every rally till the end.
Oh, that was a great lob!
That's a fantastic
lob. Inch perfect lob, nicking just the sidewall and rolling down the back wall. That was fantastic lob. Maybe he is playing a little bit. Like he is still, he's 2-1 up after the break. But yeah, you still need him to find 4 more points in the second half. And then how much does he have left in the tank to play tennis?
Yeah.
sort of tried to attempt a cross-court nick there. Silva. It's a decent opportunity.
You have to
now
say
he's got the advantage.
It's a nice drop. Oh, that's a lovely counter drop from Luke.
Luke saw it.
He read it well
before he played.
Yeah.
Before Sylvain played it, because he knows Sylvain is so tired. He knows he was going to go for probably the straight drop. Had he held that and flicked it, Luke would have been off to Paris on the train from here from Rotterdam.
It'd have been an Uber back home, wouldn't it? But yeah, I mean, I thought it was a fantastic drop from Sylvain, but like you said, Luke was on it before Sylvain's swing had finished.
He read it before he even played it.
Yeah, again, he's given. I mean,
he's kind of given up on that point.
It's a tricky one to go for, that one anyway, because you know where it's going and it's going to be tight. But he'd given up on it, unfortunately. So it's looking in favour for the Brit as we speak. I mean, that wasn't a good choice, Luke, but he's got away with it. Sylvain not happy with something by the looks of it. No. I think he's grasping onto anything he can now, isn't he? Really?
Yeah.
It's sad to see because the first two sports were excellent. I mean, Sylvain, whatever happens, he's gone for the cross-court nick, hasn't he, off the serve?
And obviously, Sylvain has to be disappointed after the first two sports where he had an 18-12 lead in table tennis. If he finishes that off 21, let's just say 21-14 with a +7 lead, and then he gave away 4 points when he had his set point in squash.
Yep.
He was given a stroke there. It was very loose from Luke, but not sure he didn't have enough space, but I think it's a fair decision. Decent boast. Set up a good chance there. Good pick up by Luke.
No, it's definitely picked up. That's a great drop from Sylvain, and that was not picked up. No, I don't think that was picked up at all for me.
The first one was definitely
the first one was good,
but it felt like the second one was
the way it came straight up off of his racket. Let's try and listen.
I think they're gonna play a let on this one. I think the referee is not sure if the pickup was good.
Yeah,
Luke claiming it was. Sylvain obviously convinced it was down. For me, it looked down, but when we were sitting on a minus screen here.
The way you normally tell is if it pings up off someone's racket that high. Exactly, he was quite close to the wall and it went very high.
Yeah, I think it hit the side wall before the front wall as well.
So you feel like there was a bit of a scoop off the frame as well.
Just stayed in.
But yeah.
Sylvain is... It can feel like it's unnecessary from Luke.
It is. He doesn't need to go for that.
Just play that down the line, make him run to the back, and then wait for a better opportunity. This is a volley drop from a bit high up. It's difficult.
And so again,
Sylvain goes for it. I mean, I understand that. Like, if he doesn't want to play rallies, go for the winner of the return.
But yeah, Luke has to do is pin Sylvain at the back, leave it, wait for a loose shot and play the drop, and Sylvain won't even try.
Yeah. Oh, that's a loose from Luke.
Yeah, he's read that so well again, and it's a great lob. And Sylvain really doesn't want to pick it up. It's a shame to see because string. I thought he'd given up. He's done a string.
Did he actually break a string?
Well, he showed his racket to the ref, so I'll do it for you.
But I know I couldn't see the racket. Did he actually break a string, or is he just trying to?
Well, surely the rule is you can't just change.
No, exactly what I'm saying. But yeah, I guess he has broken the string.
You won't be able to
change the racket. I think so, but off break.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And sorry for any technical issues you are experiencing there. I believe we're back live now.
Oh, Sylvain's really throwing the kitchen sink at him here.
Oh, you can tell he's so tired, bless him. Yeah. It's sad. It really is sad to see because he's such an incredible athlete. He's one of the best. Well, if not arguably the best in the world. But I think this match may put him in second place. But yeah,
good shot there, bro.
Great shot.
That's a great shot.
And no, Luke, no, that was down. Don't look at the referee like that. Come on, man. Come on.
+2. Okay, so this point is a game. It will be a game of tennis if Sylvain can get this one. He couldn't. So Luke will need 19 then to
I think
retain to three-peat his world championship.
And you look at Sylvain fall to his knees and put his head on the wall there, and I think he knows.
Yeah, I think he knows. But it looks like he's physically gone, which
it's sad.
It is sad, and it's also a little bit of a surprise for me. But
yeah, because he's fit. He's very fit.
He is fit, and he did have a half hour, 45 minutes
extra from the semi-final.
Extra rest after the semi-finals than Luke had. So.
But yes, I think
as the weaker tennis player, that clay courts are better for Luke's to win. And what are your predictions for the tennis?
Sorry?
What are your predictions for the tennis here?
Normally I'd probably go 19-12, but with Ternon's legs, I'm thinking more 7 or 8.
I'm at 19-12.
You still think? Yeah. Yeah, because that being said, in the squash he didn't really underachieve points-wise, and he still looked tired.
I think 19-12 is pretty accurate, but that's still a safe 10-point win for Luke. And Luke obviously had a full tennis in the semi-final, so he knows the court by now.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of feeling with the ball in the court. So here we go.
First serve off the net and out for Ternon. I would expect Luke to charge the net quite a lot here.
Normally that's Sylvain's tactic in tennis. The poor error here from Sylvain in the first point with a slice out over the left sideline. I think that's what. Oh, that's good.
Very good.
So what Sylvain did so well last year is like he knew he wasn't the better tennis player, so he really put it to Luke, aggressive, come to the net, force Luke to hit winners,
make the decision,
and try to pass him at the net. And he's a very good volleyer, and something he really developed in his game. Unfortunately, he's now started with two pretty easy errors on the backhand slice. And that's a weak return. Now he's forced to run a bit.
Is that in from Luke? Oh, what a pickup! No,
it looked like he almost fell over himself.
I thought it was in.
It wasn't.
Wow, good pickup and a nice shot. I mean, that looked like another occasion where Ternon might have.
Lucas looked as tired as Sylvain in the first couple of points. You're like that.
Yeah.
Was it looked like a very laboured movement into that front court, and he almost stumbled across himself.
Yeah.
Playing that winning shot.
I think sometimes, especially because they take almost 5 or 10 minutes to change their top, change their shoes. I think almost sometimes your legs don't seize up, but they go a bit back to normal almost between the squash and the tennis when you take so long.
Or it goes.
Oh, what a shot! Oh la la!
Or it goes the opposite, and you know you get a bit cold and stiff, which looks like it could have happened to Luke here.
Yeah.
Sylvain is disappointed to lose that point. Had the perfect opportunity to finish the point. Oh, he's unlucky again there. I mean, he did make 2 unforced errors with the backhand slice, but other than that, I think he's been quite unlucky to be down 5-1.
I do agree. The 2 unforced errors were
because Luke looks tired as well.
He does a little bit, but I'm sure he won't be tired when he's on that podium.
No, he'll be happy tonight if he can finish this off.
But no beer tonight, of course. Not with the World Cup
teams
starting
tomorrow at 8:30, and Great Britain is one of the teams that have to play at 8:30 because they have juniors in the team.
Yes.
Same with France. So both these contestants will be at it again tomorrow morning, unless they somehow can rest. Look! Did you see Luke there?
Was that double fault?
That was a double fault, and he looked. He didn't want to jump on that when he was serving that. He looks very, very stiff.
But he will have played probably 10 matches himself already this tournament.
He's played a lot. I would have been gone by a long time.
This will be his 5th in the men's A, and he must have played 4 in the under 21s.
Look at his serve movement. Like normally he would
does
jump,
a big jump, doesn't he? Yeah.
But he's almost just staying on the ground. Yeah, look at that. That looks
it's
very,
a half-arse
very
jump, isn't it?
laboured.
I mean, even that forehand there was. Oh yes, a big oh yes from Luke.
I mean, if you can finish the points like that, then you don't. Maybe you don't need your legs so much.
No.
I wish I had that skill in tennis, but
Indeed.
don't we all? I think Sylvain is a bit unlucky being down by 6-2 here.
Indeed. And
had he been at 4-all, I mean, he must see Luke as well, like being so stiff.
yeah, because Luke's not moving, or like, yeah,
That's clever. That's clever.
yeah, but he's not moving like he would normally move on a tennis court.
I mean, honestly, as a bookmaker now, I would actually give Sylvain more chances
odds,
to win
Yep.
than before we started the tennis, even though he's down 6-3, because Luke looks like he is done.
Take a drink. Is that allowed?
He got some fluids there, which is probably something
Is that allowed?
to try and avoid cramps.
Oh, okay.
I would assume,
Yeah, electrolytes.
because he looks like an old man here.
Walking like Matt Davidson.
He was walking like I've done all day.
like a Jermaine Manners walk.
After he's played 2 categories at the World Champs.
Yes. And taken 17 painkillers for his knee. Yeah. That in? Yeah, good serve. No, just long.
Just long.
Hard to tell on these. No, is he checking? No. Oh, he's taking the dust off of the lines. I think. Just where Sylvain might hit it. Oh, he's coming so early there. Wow.
Yeah. He's tired.
Oh,
Look at him. Look at him.
oh, something's gone. Is that a limp?
Yeah, but I think he's cramping here.
Yeah.
Sylvain down 6-4 in tennis, and you definitely fancy him way more than after we've just seen the squash.
Yeah, but Luke's still off camera
Like,
here, and
it is becoming a physical battle here.
Luke is clearly not feeling good at all.
He is not looking well at the moment.
And that doesn't look good. I mean, we said it about Sylvain earlier. That doesn't look good for GB in the morning.
It doesn't,
does it?
but it's. Look at that.
This is not. This is about 50% energy, isn't it?
Oh,
I think he celebrates that so well just because he doesn't have to go for it.
poor error by Sylvain.
It is.
What is going on here? What are we watching? 2 old men. Like,
It's like they're over 65s.
one has been absolutely gone in the squash.
I mean,
Then 10 minutes later, we're at the tennis court, and the guy that looked fresh as a daisy is now not moving
cramping up.
his legs at all. Looks like he's cramping up.
I mean, I hate to say it, but after the first 2 sports, this looked like it could be one of the best Racketlon matches we've ever seen. And I'm afraid the squash and the tennis have not lived up to the first half. They've certainly not lived up to last year. This fixture last year, have they?
Sylvain is in this game. Would you believe it or not? He's still in.
Yes, I would.
With a pretty good chance of winning, because we're seeing Luke almost not being able to move himself here. Now he has to run to the front.
He's not going to go back though. Oh, smart from Sylvain. This is looking tasty.
I mean, it might not be the prettiest Racketlon we're seeing right now, but we could see a very dramatic finish here.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you remember the World Champs in. Was that Switzerland? I think it was. Yeah, but Ratzer won his first World Champs, and he literally serving out the match, falling to the ground in an entire body cramp. His entire body was cramping up. Like, he needed 3 points more against Casper in that final, he would not have gotten there. And we are seeing.
He's not okay, Luke, is he?
Seeing something similar here. Obviously, cramp is not an injury, so there is no injury timeout available if you're cramping, because this is just physical fatigue. So, are we going to see Luke at some point calling an injury timeout because, I don't know, something else?
Well, playing the game, yeah.
What do you think, maybe?
Maybe
it's going to go that way? I mean, that's a good serve, though.
It does seem like the referee is allowing him to take on some of those fluids anyway.
Yeah.
So when I saw him walking across with a drink, I was thinking that's not allowed unless it's an injury. But the referee perhaps being lenient.
It's not allowed, but I mean, what in tennis, it's 20 seconds, right? You cannot delay your opponent from serving, which I don't know. That's
out.
Oh no, that's
no.
Right.
Chill yourselves out, Brits in the crowd. Calm down. Yeah, Luke's really struggling to go wide to the court, isn't he?
Smart Barcelona. We have a match on our hands, ladies and gentlemen.
We do indeed.
What a dramatic turn of events.
Predictions don't look good, do they?
I think he's going to get
I said 8 or 9.
I said 13, 12, 13, yeah. but right now he looks... The bookmakers have almost swung to Sylvain being the favorite from here.
You know what we're going to see, don't you?
Are we going to see a gummy arm again? Gummy arm finish again?
Same. Maybe not a gummy arm, but we could have the same scenario in that it's 18-20. Or 18-20. I mean, that's what we want to see, isn't it? I mean, as a friend of Luke,
that's
just
wide.
out, well, not just quite wide, but as a friend of Luke, it's not what I want to see at all. Was a Racketlon fanatic.
Sometimes after a while, you can kind of get your legs moving again.
Yeah, I do think it's that break between squash and tennis. I think you sit down, you change your shoes, and you just go cold.
He got cold and stiff because he looked fresh as a daisy after the squash.
Yeah, he did. And
that's a good serve by Ternon.
Yeah,
follow up.
Well, Luke's really struck. Ternon taking a lead now.
Look at that. We have a +1 currently for Luke in the match overall. Wow. Sylvain is +2 in the tennis. Both players need 11 points from here to claim the title.
This is fantastic.
Luke needs really to get his legs
in gear. Do you think he's sort of just
back working?
He's not even top spinning his forehands.
I just think he's trying to change it up a little bit.
That's a nice shot. Oh, that's a good retreat. That's a great shot from Ternon. They're both keeping it deep. Oh, that's wild. But yeah, Ternon really taking the game to Luke.
No. Cramp is not an injury.
I think we have Creston Hugard here has taken a call from tournament organiser Duncan Starr, and I believe they are deliberating whether Luke is allowed an injury break. And I believe we now have FIR delegate Jack Bishop here to deliberate on the rules.
Yeah, but that's what they do in tennis. You're faking it.
10-all now here at almost halfway through the tennis. I don't think it does look like Luke is. Luke is struggling here.
If he's claiming another injury, then
+3 to Luke.
They always do that in tennis.
But I don't think he's in a happy position.
He's got it back. He looked fresh as daisy after the squad. Yeah, I don't think Cram's an injury, but
so there's a large break in between those 2 points there, and so now it's half time. So Luke will get 60 seconds here to rest. And Creston, do you mind coming in on?
Yeah, I mean the rules that we are talking about there,
and with FIR delegate Jack Bishop.
And there's nothing in the rules of the FIR that stipulates if cramp is an injury or not.
It looks like Duncan Stahl is on the court here, and he's on the phone again. We'd assume to Jack Bishop, the FIR delegate. You've just chatted to yourself, maybe. So
for me, and I think for everyone else, I mean, that knows sports, cramp is not an injury. Cramp is a physical fatigue.
It's fatigue, yeah.
Which, yeah, obviously we know I think everyone that watches tennis have seen
Players fake injury. Yeah.
players fake injury
Because of cramp.
because of change of they will need to change the momentum or whatever, I don't think cramp. We've seen some pretty sick matches with cramp in tennis as well, where they've been forced to play on, and ended up losing the match or trying to get themselves out of it in the end. But I mean, what we don't have in quality right now, we have in drama. Which,
Absolutely.
I mean, who doesn't love a bit of drama?
Who doesn't love French and British drama?
Yeah.
We had hundreds of years of it. This is nowhere near as drastic, but it certainly is entertaining.
It is definitely entertaining.
Indeed, and Ternon. You'd think if you were French right now, you'd be optimistic. I think. I mean, in the squash, it looked like Ternon was down. Now we were both saying ourselves. I think. Mr. Hugard seems to be unhappy with the result that's come in here. Denmark Olympics again? Did I see Axelsen had lost?
No, Antonsen lost in the quarterfinal, and that's very disappointing. That's my guy, and I really hope that he could go all the way.
Are you friends with him or just?
Yeah, I know him. My brother's a very good friend of him. I know him quite well. He'll be disappointed to have lost to DCG now in the quarterfinal. Big surprise, Vititsan beat the world number 1.
Oh wow.
Easily, 21-12, 21-10 to make it to the semi-final.
Wow.
Now Victor Axelsen, the other Danish hope, has destroyed Lo from Singapore in the first set, 21-9. So. But yeah, if we just go back to the tennis, it looks like the break is not 5 minutes yet.
Are you on the rules or? Oh no.
No, but on we're back on court to continue this match. It was a long 60 seconds.
A very long,
I mean,
3 minutes.
We have to say it was
3 minutes. But
I mean, the rules in Racketlon is you have 1 minute break at halftime.
Yes.
This looked more like a 3 minutes,
yes.
Which I'm sure Luke will really appreciate. Maybe both players. We know Sylvain would look like a done man after the squash, but
indeed. But it looks like Sylvain was obviously happy to take a long break as well. I mean, after
he did. Oh,
he's got more energy here.
Oh,
did that go over the net?
Yeah.
Luke's got to play a good volley here. Oh, that is a very good volley, Mr. Griffiths.
It looked like a very tough position he was in because it was below the net. He had to play it up and above the net. So you fancy Sylvain to go and pick up the next one, almost no matter where he came. But that was a hell of a volley.
That was beautiful. He really got it. Almost like you almost use the lunge and technique of a squash lob to get really under the ball. But then you don't. Instead of lifting the racket, you just slice it underneath and really take it across and over the net. There's 2 big points for Luke because he's now
big serve there.
Yeah,
where did that come from?
He must have gained a bit of energy in those 3 minutes.
His legs are finding a bit of energy again.
So he's +4 again, and he only has to win, and he doesn't actually have to win to 21.
He just needs the 19.
Just needs the 19.
Great serve again, coming in on the Sylvain backhand, which is always good.
Cross now. Yeah.
Sylvain doesn't have much of a topspin backhand.
No,
so
not at all.
So coming in on the Sylvain backhand it sounds like a classic Dan Busby coaching advice because he knows that's one of his big weaknesses as well. Dan he's really liking the topspin backhand, so approaching to Dan's backhand is always a good tactic when you play against him as well.
I'll remember that.
So
is that in? No.
Oh, that looked very tired again from Luke going towards the forehand side there.
But that being said, it looks like to me Sylvain's almost a bit more tired this second half. I mean, I think they're both knackered. They're truly they are truly tired.
It is a very physical sport, this Racketlon. Let's be honest. I mean,
brutal.
It is brutal sport. I played 3 singles matches and I can barely walk today. He needs to get Luke moving a little bit.
But I think when you're struggling to move yourself, I don't think the net cord really made much of a difference there. But a tight shot to the line. from Luke.
Advantage Luke. He's what,
5 to win.
5-1 up after the break?
He needs 5 points now.
No, 4-1 up after the break. He was 10-9, 11-10 down.
11-10
so
down.
He's 4-1 up after the break.
A good second half so far. Just 5 more points. He only needs to win just over half the points.
And he's hitting serves now like it was the easiest thing in the world.
Was that a trip from Ternon? No,
I don't know.
Is he on his feet?
Yeah.
Is he on his feet? We can't. He's just off camera, but I don't think he's gone down injured.
These first serves from Luke, without jumping, without really doing much, he's hitting some really pacey first serves, which have got him into a good position to win the rest of the rally. I missed one here. Commentator's curse.
But yeah, I do think it looks like Ternon who's had less legs this second half.
No, I don't think so. I just think Luke has hit really good shots. Look at Luke's like all legs there.
The
Somehow he managed to find the line with that shot.
Yeah.
Oh, and then he stayed in.
Snuck in. Big forehand from Ternon.
Ternon needs to win this rally if he wants to be.
I was out, no?
I think he took the line.
Ternon really not happy with the ball.
I think Sylvain, he's not complaining that the ball was out. He's just annoyed that Luke hits all the lines.
Yes, potentially, yeah.
2
in 1 rally.
But it was a very important point, and Luke had a big chance to finish that rally.
It's not often you see
after hitting 2 lines.
You're not often you see someone upset after winning a point like that, is it?
No.
But I think he knows it's.
He's just frustrated that he feels maybe Luke is a bit lucky with the lines right now.
But yeah, it's certainly not the tennis. Certainly not the tennis game either of us predicted. I just based on Sylvain's legs in the squash match, I really just thought he would really struggle.
He hit the line again there on the back line.
I think
very deep return, and Sylvain is so frustrated. He really needs the margins right now, Sylvain. He doesn't have them in the last couple of points. Well, he did win the last point, but.
Les Sylvain rings out.
All right, 3 more points for Luke to win to regain the title.
3 points away from the three-peat. Mr. Luke Griffiths. Oh, allez! Right in the corner. And I think he's celebrating as if that is.
He's going for it.
That was a big point.
Yeah, he's going for it. He doesn't win on play rallies. That's quite obvious.
He's going for winners, and I think we can expect a big serve then.
If you find returns like that, it makes it easier.
No,
he did go for it.
He did go for the corner.
Quite a bit long.
Quite a brave shot.
Oh, that's out. That's just long.
Yeah. 7 points needed. You think it's just gone away from Sylvain now? He was in it. He was in it at half time.
It was in it. It was 11 points each to win at some point in the first half.
It was.
And with Luke almost not moving at that point.
But those 3 minutes, he clearly didn't need an injury because those three minutes at half time. Oh, he's done it again. You can see Sylvain's upset. What can I do?
It's a fantastic shot.
What can I do?
Hit the line.
He says. I think Luke.
The perfect length.
Yeah, Luke has proven that despite the fatigue, his tennis is just top.
Tennis is awesome. Like he can.
He wouldn't have beaten Morton though, would he? Or do you think it would be close?
Beat Morton at tennis?
Yeah.
Nah, Morton is the favourite at tennis against Luke.
Tennis expert. Yeah.
Hopefully we see that in the World Team Final, maybe.
Indeed. I'd be very happy if GB got to the final.
I'd be very happy if Denmark makes it to the final.
Indeed, a repeat.
That's what we all want.
You have pretty much the same team as well, don't you? This year?
Exactly the same team.
Exactly. Yeah.
And Jesper Ratzer as well.
Is Stina? Is Ratzer in the team?
Yeah.
Oh wow. I didn't know that. He never used to play for the team. Is that right?
Huh?
He didn't used to play for the team. Is that right?
Oh, he hasn't played a team event since 2019 maybe, 2018, something like that.
But yes, championship point.
Oh, good save.
No, just wide, I think.
I don't think it was wide. Look good.
Luke showing Sylvain the. Was Silvan not happy with that, or was he just wiping sweat off his face with his sleeve? We'll go for the latter.
I don't know if he was unhappy with the call or if he was unhappy with that he cannot hit the lines when Luke can.
Oh, that's it. That is it. It might be tears for Ternon again, but it is gratitude and grace and glory for Luke Griffiths again. He's won it for the 3rd time in a row. He's beaten Silvan on the way for the 2nd time in a row. I mean, and I must admit, it's a nice scenes we're seeing here at the end between these two. And Luke Griffiths thanking the crowd, Silvan thanking the crowd. We thank you, gentlemen, for providing such a show here at the 21st FIR World Championships. I mean, how do you sum up that match, Preston? Not the ending we perhaps wanted in terms of a quality aspect, but it had the drama.
I mean, it took a turn that I think no one had expected after the squash.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you have Silvan coming in as a favorite. The midway through the first half of the tennis, where they both need 11 points to win, with Luke not being able to move and no one had expected that. I don't think anyone expected Silvan to look so dead in the squash either.
No. But he seemed to find a second wind in the tennis, didn't he? He was moving side to side.
Yeah,
well.
I mean, it's different. It's a little bit different, movements and muscle groups, in when you go onto the tennis court. And sometimes it kind of works in your favor to change the sport. I do think Silvan lost the match in the first 2 sports by, the 18-12 lead in tennis, in table tennis, where he then from there lost 7 points in a row.
Yeah.
Still nicked it to be in with a chance after that, but then Luke snatching 4 points at 20-10 to Silvan in the badminton was also very key for the duration of the match, for the last part of the match. Squash obviously wasn't the spectacle we hoped to see, with Silvan looking like he was done physically, and then all of a sudden we come out on the tennis court and see Luke not being able to move. So there was a lot of twist in this match, and I mean, it's entertaining. I was entertained. I hope everyone was watching this match. Good atmosphere all along. Good sportsmanship in the end as well. Like, they both want to win so much, and there's a lot of mental game going on in the sports. But yeah, all in all, these two players are the best in the world, and I think we've seen it tonight, even though it was a bit of a strange encounter.
Indeed. And Tom Watson walking onto the court here. What's he got? Has he got a present for Luke there in his bag? I'd put some serious money on it being alcohol, knowing this man. What is it?
A recovery beer. I mean, obviously we know.
I think it is
GB's first World Cup team match.
It's a shot of vodka, I believe, by the looks of it.
Yeah, I think this is a university thing, right? Like,
it's just a Tom Watson thing.
Okay.
But yeah, his mum's coming on court, I think, to say, Luke,
you're playing at 8:30 tomorrow morning.
Yeah, no, straight in for the big hug. It's one of the. It's a lovely moment to see.
And also for the ones that don't know, obviously Luke's father passed away.
It's been a difficult year for the family.
It's a big moment. This
it's huge. He's already won the trophy named after his father, which was the under-21s trophy, of course, the Andy Griffiths trophy. Yeah. I know that meant so much to him and Leon in particular, and of course Susie. I'm sure Leon. This is a beautiful moment for the whole family.
Yeah.